Insanity. Over and over, the word catapulted through Ella Pemberton's mind, as loud and jolting as the hard-seated stagecoach. This is insanity. More than that, it was a mistake. She ought to know. After all, hadn't she told her father countless times there was no purpose, but he was only torturing a soul already battered, that they needed him home more than anything else in the world? But he'd never listened. He'd gone to Northston again and again and again, until they'd stopped expecting him to stay with them. "The truth," he'd say. He'd stumble back through the doors of Abingstone Hall, their manor house in Gloucestershire, with his eyes demented and empty. "In the name of everything holy, Ella, I must find the truth." Mayhap if he had uncovered the answers he sought in Northston, the pain would have been less. When he had died on his bed 3 days past, perhaps it would have made a difference. But he never found the truth. That strange, crazed look was never eased from his eyes. And heaven have mercy, but he died without vengeance on his eldest daughter's murderer. The coach door swung open. "Where do you want to be going, miss?" A calloused hand reached out. "Watch your step, then. It be a mite slippery with this dashed weather and all." Clutching her reticule, Ella accepted the driver's help and emerged from the coach. Her back ached, but the greater agony flooded in her stomach. "Pray, this is Northston?" The cobblestone streets were clean, glistening with rain. On each side of the road, neatly trimmed bushes grew in front of wooden fences or stone walls. The buildings were timber-framed, many with thatched roofs and brick chimneys. Small townhouses, a millinery shop, a bakery, and a bookstore crowded the left side of the street, while a large bell-tower church stood on the other. Quaint, it seemed, pretty almost. Didn't look at all like so many of her nightmares. "Reading your eyes on it, miss?" The driver unloaded her valise and trunk, then wiped his brow. "Where shall I take these for ye, miss?" Ella fished a coin from her reticule and handed it over. "I am looking for Miss Fitzherbert, a resident of Northston for longer than 5 years, I am certain." "'Tis a mite far to walk. I'll send a boy to be taking ye in a pony cart." Ella thanked him and waited beneath a wild cherry tree, whose sheltering boughs kept away the slight drizzle. She tucked a damp curl back beneath her bonnet. What a sight she must be! But then again, it had not been easy to persuade her mother and sister she was heading for London. Even harder to pay off her young lady's maid and send the Abigail away with references to another parish entirely. Mother would never find out that Ella had done the unthinkable. In the end, this would all be worth it. She would not fail, as her father had done. She would search every crevice and badger every person and unbury every forgotten trace. And she would destroy the man who had killed her sister. There was no leaving until she did. Henry Sedgewick crested the ridge with speed, then drew the leather reins to his chest. The mare slowed, swung her head, and let out a defiant snort. "Just a moment, Miss Staveley." He rubbed the horse's neck. "We cannot very well return home without first enjoying the view, now can we?" The bay horse pawed the ground. The dark stone structure of Wyckhorn Manor stood tall along the edges of a rocky cliffside, overlooking a grey-blue sea 60 feet below. The waves glimmered and shone in the afternoon sunlight, as dazzling as diamonds against an ivory neck. How little the place had changed in the weeks he had been absent. Indeed, it was much the same as the day he had left, the manor casting long, disorienting shadows, the bushes sparse and without bloom, the windows shuttered and lifeless. All but one. A small hand waved at him from behind the glass, and the figure disappeared. No doubt the child was running downstairs to meet him upon entrance. Henry's chest swelled with anticipation. If only his happiness were not mingled with dread.